At the age of 12, Judith Polgar was the top female chess player. She is now reflecting on her career, which broke records exclusive. The new film Queen of Chess, directed by Rory Kennedy, chronicles a chess prodigy's ascent to fame. When Judith Polgar participated in her first chess competition, she won. She was 6 years old. Director Rory Kennedy's new film Queen of Chess chronicles the Hungarian-born prodigy's remarkable ascent to chess fame, which included breaking the record for youngest person to become a grandmaster at 15 years and 4 months, a title held by Bobby Fischer for 33 years, and becoming the world's top-ranked female chess player at the age of 12. Last month, the film made its debut at the Sundance Film Festival. Filmmakers had asked Polgar, who is now 49, to share her story on a number of occasions over the years, but it wasn't until Kennedy knocked that she became interested. Having a female filmmaker was really pleasant. Polgar tells People, "I also thought it was fantastic that she might be able to tell my story in the best possible way and give a new perspective." She continues, "It was really special to me that someone who doesn't play chess, has nothing to do with that, and doesn't know much about me or the sport, wanted to do the film and piqued her interest." Interviews with Polgar, her sisters Susan and Sophia, and their parents, including their father Laszlo, who oversaw his daughter's rigorous training, are featured in the documentary, which debuted on Netflix on February 6th. In his native Hungarian, Laszlo states in the movie, "I wanted a better life for my daughters. I began reading the biographies of geniuses. All of them began at age 5 and dedicated 8 or 9 hours a day to studying one subject." His strategies were viewed as controversial, as the movie explains, to make sure the girls could spend as much time as possible playing chess. They were all homeschooled. Polgar began training when he was 5 years old. According to Grandmaster Maurice Ashley's statement in the movie, many people felt that this was almost child abuse, that he was doing something that would affect him negatively later in life. Laszlo wanted to make sure his girls were competing against the best, which at the time meant men. The oldest sister of Polgar, Susan, remembers, "They looked at us like we were planning to go to the moon." Within the chess world, there was a strong belief that women could never compete legitimately and should not be let to participate in men's competitions. In the film's archive video, champion Bobby Fischer declares, "They're terrible chess players. I suppose they simply lack intelligence. My sisters and I want to change this crazy idea in some way," Polgar explains. Kennedy was enthralled with Polgar's story despite her lack of knowledge of chess prior to working on the movie. "As a filmmaker, I'm constantly asking, what's the story here?" People is told by Kennedy. "As I learned more, I was able to comprehend her background, her upbringing in communist Hungary, the obstacles she and her family faced due to the government's opposition to her success, and how she entered the male-dominated world of chess, which made their lives extremely challenging." Kennedy continues, "This is this woman who keeps coming into these rooms, and everyone in the room wants her to lose, but she keeps winning. I thought, I'm in." From an early age, Polgar and her sisters learned that women could compete at a high level in chess, even if they had not been permitted to do so in the past. "My parents were very supportive of us being homeschooled because we are concentrating on one particular subject, which in my case is chess." Polgar says of his upbringing, "Additionally, it was chess, which isn't a physically demanding sport. It is a sport of the mind. Why, then, would it be an issue for you to rise to the top? I was brought up in this manner, and I firmly believe in it from an early age." In 1984, as a teenager, Susan became the world's best female chess player. For years later, she traveled to the 28 Chess Olympiad with her sisters and their comrade Ildikó Madl to represent Hungary. Even though Polgar was only 12 at the time, he won every game. Dirk Jan ten Gezendam, editor-in-chief of New in Chess, describes the performance as turning opponents into pitiful victims. The Soviet Union lost their long reign on the chess throne as the girls went on to win gold. In her illustrious career, Polgar defeated some of the world's best chess players, including Garry Kasparov, the former world champion, whom she had adored as a young girl. Prior to her retirement in 2014, she was the best female player for a record 26 years. Even if she had difficulties along the way, she would rather look back and see the bright side. According to Polgar, "My life was very special. Since I was homeschooled, which was not common, it was definitely not an ordinary girl's story. I was exploring every continent. It was amazing to encounter all of these diverse time zones, climates, chess environments, people, and cultures.